It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and our focus is on Rachaad White.
Few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, at beautiful Raymond James Stadium. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern.
The Jags defense ready to see if they can keep building on this long winning streak. And the one we'll be watching is this man at corner.
And he's been a key reason why this defense is ranked as the #1 unit in the NFL. His ability to be in the right place nearly all the time and make big plays is a big reason why.
Mayfield to throw on the first play. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. And that'll bring up second down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Mayfield, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They lead 7-0, trying to put a stop together here as this drive starts with a first down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's caught by Durham. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. This defense for the Jags, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They've had the upper hand so far in this first half of play, working with a good lead already as they look to defend this first down.
We gotta be big time now. I got you, man. Let's dominate this.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. White's numbers from a week ago. 19 carries, 83 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
Second down, Mayfield. He'll dump this one off here to White. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They've looked good so far. This whole team has, for that matter, in the midst of a big first half as this next drive begins 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Mayfield on play action. He completes this to Russell Gage. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as it...
Mike Evans, he's going to go. Room to maneuver at the 35, and he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 46 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
First down, here's White. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They'll try to put together a stop as this drive begins with a 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Mayfield looks to throw. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They've done a really nice job of slowing the tempo of this offense, and as a result, they've got a comfortable 3rd quarter lead as this next drive begins 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin Lloyd coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Here's a toss right side with White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He was brought down by Foyesade Aluakin. They're losing here in the 3rd quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
And while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was the place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it, because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
Well, now hang on here, because he appears to be shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now Mayfield. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Mayfield off the play fake. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
The Jags defense back on the field for this next possession. They've been terrific all game long, have not let this offense get on track, and they try to close this one out here in the 4th. First down, Mayfield. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Mayfield to throw it.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to...
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Devin Lloyd
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time, Mayfield on 4th down.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted.
Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off.
Inside the 20. Now he's loose at the 40.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
The Jacksonville defense back onto the field. They had the pick 6 just a moment ago, so they're feeling good as they prepare to try and make another stop.
Once again, we got to get it done as a group. Go get him now.
Back to it after the pick 6, Mayfield. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And this offense on third down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Mayfield down. This is White on the screen. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jags, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.